Hate. Hate is such a strong word and such a great name for a band that plays extreme metal. 1991 was a great year for Polish scene, Charlie Sheen. Uh, Not only Vader had been there for quite a bit, getting bigger and all that stuff, but there were two soon to be big player bands, that got birth, 91. That is Hate and Behemoth. Now, these two bands, one might say, what the hell they have to do with each other? Let me finish. The thing here is, the other band chose the death metal way. The other went for the black metal. But years passed, and as we all know, extreme metal genres tend to kind of get entangled with each other. It's kind of like intertwining paths. So Behemoth ended up doing some death metallic stuff, black death, if you will. And then again, later on, Hate started to incorporate some black metallic elements in their music. So there you go. It's like two brothers from another mother, but basically the same father. Lots of same DNA, same age, and all that stuff. So what we have here is Hate with the 11th album called Auric, Gates of Veles. And yes, the name implies this is very much related to more mythical topics, so not that far away from black metal. After all, there is a Polish black metal band, Veles, as well. So the themes are far away from your typical death metal albums, and as you can see, even there are some runes and whatnot which are taking this way more closer to black metal one, what you might think from a death metal band. As you can see, this is a digiback with a couple of bonus tracks, so it's almost 50 minutes, and still there are symbols that remind you what this is all about. Not your favorite religious band, but quite a hateful thing to have here. And we have this booklet, obviously, which is filled with more runes, more info, more lyrics, obviously, and of course some band pictures. I must say, really nice work by Metal Blade releasing this one. Very cool design here. Not too gimmicky, but just, cool photos, nice layout, and yet at the same time all these lyrics are very readable, and all these runic symbols here are just giving this band a nice edge when it comes to the layout and the graphic design. So let's just finish going through this booklet, and we're ready to talk about the music. Now at first, when I started to play this album in my home gym, I was like, okay, this is some fast death metal like they have been doing so many years, and I was like, okay, this is not too versatile and all that stuff. Later on, when I was actually working, sitting by my computer and doing whatever work I do, and listening to this maybe more carefully and with my better stereo system. Yes, I do have a different stereo system in my gym. So I was like, man, this is way more dynamic and just more versatile than I was expecting at first. Because the initial listening when I was working out, I really don't pay that much about music. It's more about just getting generic ideas in my head, and like pointers, like okay, strong growly vocals, fast tempo, whatever. But the more I started to spend time with this album, I was like, man, this is some really, really intense, violent, aggressive, and yet still quite dynamic, a death metal album. Now, it's also quite dark, so it's definitely still flirting with the kind of a black metal essence, if you will. That is, there are some riffs which could be basically, fit a black metal band as well. Not to mention the production, which is also quite on the verge. It could be as well a black metal production or as well as a death metal production, but whatever it is working nicely with the band. Now, Hate is very strong. It's not too much going give you any loose. I mean, it's not slowing down. It's not having ballads or nothing like that. It's all the way intense. So in a way, it's a lot reminding me of Marduk, but more a death metallic way. It's also a little bit of reminding me of Vader, the Polish band I was talking about, but way less trashy. It's more like modern death metal, whereas Water is more like, incorporating trashy elements and such, sounding more like old school death metal with some modern touch here and there. And also there are some flirting towards Behemoth, but not as occult, not so much, this Black Death kind of thing. So if we have kind of a triangulated, it's like one third of a Marduk, one third of a Raider, one third of a Behemoth, and then we have something which is not there with 100%. There's something more. So overall, we have pure hate album, which is kind of familiar and new at the same time. Also having these little details which make this album nicer to listen to than your initial idea might be. I mean, it could be more, say, versatile. It could be more diversity. It could be more changed, more catchiness and all that stuff. Yeah, we can always hope for more. But overall, this is a strong album that just, stands there with two, feet strongly on the ground. Very firm, very solid release, and it's not promising you anything it can deliver. So, for me, this was a positive surprise, and it should be out pretty much right now. I think release date is 14th of June. So by the time you're actually watching this review, it should be out there. And if you haven't done your preview listening to, there are some songs on Bandcamp, maybe even full album by the time this comes out. So be sure to check out it. And what can I say? Hope you like it. Strong, solid album. Polish death metal band delivers again. Thank you for watching the review and see you soon with more Rauta stuff coming your way. Bye bye.